Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the AMC Project Popcorn YouTube channel. My name is Ethan, and today we're publishing video number 12 in the Daniel Meyer Transmittal Affidavit series. In this episode, we will be diving into the timeline from December 13th, 2021 through January 31st, 2022, and cover one exhibit, exhibit number 18, a 4-page document titled Rights Offering Mechanics, and reference a second exhibit number 8. So let's jump in and continue connecting the dots. So once Project Popcorn was memorialized on November 3rd, 2021, one of the elements of the scheme was for AMC CEO Adam Aron to strategically position himself to gain the trust of the AMC retail community, recognizing that their support was crucial to executing Project Popcorn. Beginning in December of 2021, Adam Aron personally hosted movie screenings at AMC theaters to foster goodwill, his first screening in California. His second was on Sunday, December 19th, 2021, at 7 p.m. at AMC Lincoln Square in Manhattan. Adam Aron hosted an early access screening of The King's Man, giving attendees the opportunity to see the film 3 days before its official release. During these meet and greet events, Adam Aron would typically deliver a speech in one of those hosted theaters, summarizing the meme stock phenomenon. He would also answer questions, pose for photos, and sign autographs for AMC stockholders in attendance. Many of these events were captured on video and subsequently shared on platforms like Twitter and YouTube. From December of 2021 until the end of 2023, Adam Aron hosted over 20 meet and greet events, diligently working to solidify his rapport and build trust with the AMC retail community. In video number 3, we broke down one of Adam Aron's monologues, specifically the one he gave during his appearance at AMC La Jolla in California on April 20th, 2023. In that monologue, he describes what happened on January 27, 2021. How many of you have taken the time to review that statement carefully? Now let's revisit the key questions. On January 27, 2021, how many shares were actually outstanding? Was it the 100 million shares Adam Aron claims, or was it over 400 million shares? That's not a small discrepancy. That's a massive difference, and the truth matters. Let's continue. Now, Adam Aron's January 12th, 2022 fraudulent statements. On January 12th, 2022, on January 12th, 2022, at 4:57 p.m. Eastern Time, Adam Aron tweeted out to AMC stockholders, giving them notice that, let's go to his tweet. You can see at 4:57 p.m. January 12th, 2022. Back in August, I said that at the age of 67, I'd sell some AMC shares towards year end, all trading decisions out of my hands under guidelines of a Chase 10b5-1 plan spread over 3 months. Those sales are now all finished. I still own or plan to vest in a little over 2.3 million AMC shares. I am all in. Now, why is Adam Aron's January 12th, 2022 statements, why they were false and misleading? Adam Aron's statements during AMC's August 9th, 2021 earnings call, along with his tweets on November 10th, 2021 and January 12th, 2022, claiming that his stock sales were for estate planning purposes, were not only misleading but false. In reality, Adam Aron was selling preemptively on material non-public information in anticipation of Project Popcorn, which was already in the works by November 3rd, 2021, and its origins traceable to January 27th, 2021. On January 27th, 2021, AMC stock opened at $20.34, marking a dramatic increase of $15.38 from the previous day's close at $4.96, accompanied by an extraordinary daily trading volume of 1.2 billion shares, far surpassing the average daily volume of 41 million shares for the first 9 trading days of 2021. That evening, at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, the AMC board convened a special meeting via Zoom, during which Adam Aron proposed scheduling a special stockholders meeting to amend AMC's certificate of incorporation to authorize an additional 500 million shares, despite having 63 million shares still available for issuance. On November 3rd, 2021, Derek Van Zandt, along his team at Citigroup Global Markets, including Christian Gonzalez, presented a PowerPoint titled Project Popcorn Follow-Up Items to the AMC board and Adam Aron during the board meeting. On January 13th, Anyway, so that's supports that Adam Aron totally knew what was going on behind the scenes. And if you watched our previous videos, we also published Adam Aron was being interviewed by Melissa Lee in September of 2021. She asked him if they're looking to raise more capital, and he said yes, and she asked him to elaborate, and he wouldn't. So he was privy with all this information, and he was front running the scheme Project Popcorn. In addition, we also showed you an interview with Adam Aron and Liz Clayman a year after, November 10th, 2022. And Adam Aron is asked a simple question by Liz Clayman. And what does Adam Aron do? For those who watched, I think, what is it, video 11, part 2? Or sorry, part 1. He obfuscates. He says it's old news. Is a year later old news? Is it really considered old news? Nah. And also analyzes body language. How is he reacting to this question? Anyway, let's continue. So on January 13th, 2022, Fox Business News propagated inaccurate information about AMC stock on their Twitter account. Fox Business posted a misleading headline on Twitter where they falsely stated that AMC Theater was going private. The misleading headline read, "Closing the curtain, popular movie theater chain goes private after selling final stocks." Now, how many of you guys know there was always issue with Charles Gasparino? Where did he work at? Fox Business News. It never made sense. Charles Gasparino would always appear, talk trash to us shareholders. Was he privy to insider information? I mean, at the end of the day, if he knew, it explains why he would always come out and attack us, because he knew what was going to happen. Only a person who knows the final what would happen would come out with that with that confidence that there wouldn't be any repercussions in the sense that he would be wrong. Anyway, let's continue. This false report triggered an 8.41% drop in AMC stock price. The tweet has since been deleted. So let's go to paragraph 9, page 610. What's it called? In the Daniel Meyer affidavit. Sorry, so we're now going to go to the Daniel Meyer Transmittal affidavit. For those who don't believe it is it, let's just go with Google. You write Daniel Meyer. It's already saved. Keywords would be Daniel Meyer Transmittal Affidavit, AMC, May 4th, 2023. And there it is. I hit the hyperlink. It's uploading. And you'll see. All right, so let's go to page 610. Actually, you know what? Let's do one better. Those who... Here it is. This is the Daniel Meyer Transmittal Affidavit. And now we're going to go in there and look for page 610. Yeah. So right here, this is exhibit, what's it called? I think it's exhibit, you know what? Let's go back a little bit. I created an Excel sheet that shows what exhibits we've covered. Anything in green we've already covered, and just go over the headers. Column A is exhibit number. Column B are the pages. Column C is what the document is in reference. Column D is the date. Column E is the video where where we talk about the exhibit. So I did data sort. Mind you, let's do this again. All right, so let me just sort this. You can see. And let me see. Oh boy. Let me cut this. Insert. All right, so this is how it starts. I mean, this is how I laid it out. You could see that the exhibits are out of sequence, and I don't know if these attorneys did it on purpose, but anyway, I'm organizing this for the attorneys we retain. So once again, if we do a sort by column D, and that is in reference to date, you will see that now it goes in sequence, and that's what we're doing. So you'll see a majority obviously are in green, and nothing below. What we do have in blue was for the previous video that I did with regards to news, and we'll address that down the road. That will be addressed in December of 2022 when the videos that we put together addresses that timeline. So let's just go back. We're now going to focus on what's called Exhibit 18. So let me now. Sorry, the one last thing you'll see coming up are a lot of exhibits in 2022. It's going to be columns 14 up to column, oh wow, 35. So 21 exhibits will be coming up in timeline in the year 2022. So let's continue. All right. So in this exhibit, which is exhibit I think 6, right? Oops. Yeah, exhibit 6. No, sorry, not 6. Exhibit 8. All right. What do we see? So these are all AMC board meetings. Now, I don't know when this exhibit was presented to the board, because the next board meetings, if you look here, was February 17th and the 18th in 2022. So when we jump to the document, which is Exhibit 18, you will see, which is page 821, Exhibit 18, you'll see that Citigroup Global Markets is the author, or put this document together. It says January 2022. When was this presented to them? And you'll see the title is Rights Offering Mechanics. And we're going to go over this now. Now, mind you, in the previous videos, we went over key terms: SPO, rights offering, dilution, market cap. And there were several people pushing a narrative that Adam Aron had to do APE and ATMs. It's not factually true. And ATMs is outright dilution. And there's consequences. And look what happened. Adam Aron misrepresented, oh, we did ATMs a couple of times and the stock just went up. Nah, that's because there were bad actors that needed shares desperately and they bought at any time. Once they knew Project Popcorn was being memorialized, they were safe. There was no more demand, and they took the stock down, and dilution took hold. So at the end of the day, rights offering is, as we went over, I think in video 11, part 1, is anybody who's a shareholder will be issued a right to buy shares. Now, when they do these offerings, only those who are currently owning the shares get it. So that means it's not diluting. If you exercise your right, you maintain the same percentage ownership of the company. So let's continue to read the presentation. So we have shareholder view of transaction. What will AMC shareholders receive? Now, once again, it says shareholders receive, those who are current, not outright dilution, not through ATMs. So Adam Aron and his attorneys lied in court that the only way we could raise money was through APE, but they only went through ATMs. We argued, like, no, do rights offerings or do a fund. They pushed a false narrative, and there were a lot of people who, I don't know if they're legit or they're paid, were pushing, yeah, we got to do dilution, we got to raise money, otherwise we're going bankrupt. It's not factually true. Except Adam Aron chose to do a dilution. Now, in addition, I also want to bring up the Cohodes interview. Mark Cohodes was interviewed, and hopefully you guys picked up. I think it was video 11, part 1. And he's interviewed with Charles Gasparino was also on it, and Liz Clayman asked him, or he was telling, he was expressing what he reached out to Adam Aron, and there were 5 corresponding email. And a couple of weeks before, now mind you, that interview was on November 23rd of 2021. Project Popcorn's memorialized November 3rd. Mark Cohodes is trying to tell Adam Aron, do an STO, but he tells him to stand down. An STO, number one, would have given us, we would have known how many shares are outstanding, out in circulation, and there wouldn't be dilution. We would have raised capital. Why did Adam Aron not want to do this? Because Project Popcorn was conceived. Anyway, let's move forward. So, what will AMC shareholders receive? Holders of AMC stock will be offered 1 rights per share of common stock owned. The rights entitle shareholders to an AMC preferred equity unit, APE unit. Must exercise 10 rights to purchase 1 APE. Then it's an illustrative example. 10 shares of AMC common stock, you get 10 rights. Now each APE converts into AMC common share post a shareholder vote. So 1 AMC preferred unit APE. And then they were trying to grease this rights offering. and they wanted to offer an NFT. We'll go further into that because there was a further PowerPoint presentation about NFTs and how many you own. You would get different types. You would be categorized under different color. So stay abreast when we publish these videos so you can understand completely what Project Popcorn was, and why these bad actors refuse to ever address what's called the Daniel Meyer Transmittal Affidavit. So 1 share of common stock on conversion. Let's continue. Now, 1 share of AMC common stock, you receive 1 right. The implications for AMC. AMC share outstanding at the time, I think, was 516. Here they're showing 514. I think they might be right. Actually, down the road it was 516. Then the rights delivered equals 514 million. Then you got 10 rights exercisable for 1 depository share of APE. You got 514 million rights exercisable for 51.4 million depository shares of APE. Assuming a $20 offer price per depository APE share results in gross proceeds of $1 billion, a little over $1 billion to AMC. Now, mind you, let's go back. As a result, let's look at what happened during. Mind you, this was the run up. Oops, this is wrong stock. This was a run up in 2021. Now in 2022. And what happens to the stock? It slowly goes down. Adam Aron selling. It's announced. Either people were getting inside information on the scheme, and the market makers were pushing hard, and they were freely selling with impunity. Stock tanks. Now we're at $20. So now, right here is January. Now, mind you, that was put together January of 2022. So here we are in this time frame. And they're saying if we do a rights offering, we could offer it at $20. Stock went from 30 on December 31st of 2021 into January 31st, 2022. The low was $16. So in that time frame, we went from 30 to 16. Now, mind you, this is after reverse split when you're looking at the chart. If you watched our other videos, we explain how to look at the chart. You got to divide by 10. As a result of the APE conversion reverse split, it got multiplied by 10. So if you see 300, it's really 30. So this is the time frame that we're looking at, and why Citi said a rights offering should be at $20, and they assume that if it's offered at 20, you get AMC could raise $1 billion if everybody exercises their rights. Now, let's continue. 1 depository share converts into 1 share of AMC common stock. 51.4 million shares of AMC common stock issued on conversion post shareholder vote. Represents 10% dilution to AMC. Now, 10 depository shares comprise 1 share of AMC preferred stock. Utilizes 5.4 million preferred shares, and then you'll have 44.86 million authorized preferred shares left over post offering. And that's it for this exhibit. So once again, not to beat a dead horse, but a rights offering could have raised money. The question is, why did they pivot from a rights offering to an ATM? Now, in addition, what is also concerning is why are they discussing converting? Why wouldn't you just let AMC and APE continue to trade? Anyway, let's go back. Anyway, that's it for today's video. Hopefully you're connecting the dots. Video number 13 will probably be published next week. If you haven't had a chance, please watch the first 11 videos in sequence. It's imperative. You will hopefully learn something. Hopefully you guys are learning something, and it's important to watch it in sequence so you can connect the dots. Anyway, have a good day, and happy Cinco de Mayo.